What is up, y'all? It's your girl Kayla, aka Pineapple Mommy, and we are back with another video. Y'all already know, if you are new here or if you are returning, welcome. I appreciate every single one of y'all who tune into my videos each and every week. I am so grateful for all of y'all who have just sent so much love and just have interacted so much with my videos. I really, really appreciate it. Um, it feels so good to know that I'm not alone and that our community really is coming together and everyone feels safe sharing their struggles or, just letting their voices be heard on this channel. And if you don't, that's fine. There is no pressure. You don't have to comment on every video, especially if you don't feel comfortable opening up. But just know that you are seen, and I greatly appreciate you. And yeah. So with that being said, before we even get into the video, I do want to say, if you have not subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Come on, it is completely free to you. Make sure you do that because you do not want to miss these videos that I have coming out. I'm so excited for just all the content that I have coming to y'all, and you're not going to want to miss it. Anyways, I do apologize real quick because I know the sound is loud. I hope y'all can't hear my fan, but it's hot. San Diego's weather did not come to play this week, so I'm trying to sit in like my coolest room. So please bear with me. So yeah, getting into this video, y'all. I have additional questions that I've gotten from people. Last week we were talking about some of the questions that I've gotten from y'all. Here's some additional questions that I just thought were very interesting. Now, there's a couple that are just like, okay, those are valid. But I've gotten some pretty interesting questions and comments in some videos. And the ones that are more inappropriate are no longer available, so it's not like you'll be able to go up and see who commented what, but I did want to start sharing those with you and answer some of the questions that y'all have about me. So the first question that I get is my sperm donor. Why did I choose my sperm donor? And what are some of the things, how much my sperm vials cost, and all of that great stuff. So my sperm donor is Korean, and I didn't go initially searching for a Korean sperm donor. I really wanted a black sperm donor because, hello, black family, black culture. I know about our culture. So I was really hoping to, find a black donor. But because black donors typically have a higher chance of like anemia, that's what I ran into. My donors, I found all of them had some form of anemia or some sort of genetic issue that would have caused, some sort of birth defect that would cause my child to die shortly after the womb if they get that trait, or shortly after being born. And if they got that trait, I really just don't know how I would be able to justify taking that sort of risk when I knew what the risks were. So I X'd those out. I did have a couple. I had one that was like the perfect donor. He had a kid of his own and wanted to be able to help other people, had perfect genetics, adorable pictures, and just so much that was just so great. But he was of high demand, obviously, because black donors are very, very hard to come by, and they are very rare to find. I think I've seen maybe 5 or 6 black donors, one of which had the same last name as me, so I wasn't going to even take a double glance at that. So yeah, I was not risking it. So it's been interesting. I've looked at several donor sites, and I couldn't find any black donors that really fit my criteria. So I was like, okay, well, what else is really important? What's the most important? And those were genetics, health conditions, family history. So my donor, he is, average height, I'd say. I can't remember if he's like 5'8" or 5'10". Me personally, I'm 6 feet tall, so I'm very tall. And I wasn't too worried about his height, but you can sort your sperm donors, your search criteria by preferred height and ethnicity and all that. So he's like 5'8" or 5'10", and his genetic family background, all perfect. For family members that have passed away, cause of death were natural causes. They weren't due to any health conditions or anything like that. So, that worked out for me. He had some really cute baby pictures, and I was like, okay, both of us are going to end up, giving this baby hooded eyes, because I have hooded eyes, he does, and I love my eyes. So I was like, at least we get to keep our eyes, just little things like that. I was like, okay, I'll be all right with that. So that's really what boiled down to me choosing my sperm donor. The follow-up question I do tend to get with this also is, y'all know I've already had 2 miscarriages. So the next question is, am I considering a new donor? Right now, I'm not. I think I have another 1 or 2 inseminations in me before I reconsider. And also it depends on, how many vials he has left, because I'm just buying them up. So I will see, how these next couple of inseminations go. If I continue to miscarry, I will reconsider, especially if he's running out of vials and I can't replenish my stock. That's something that I will reconsider. Also at that time, I will reconsider going back to the reproductive endocrinologist. I'll probably reach out to the one that I went to previously, as well as some others, just to see if it's a good match. The only thing that's stopping me from going back to my former RE is just the support staff there, the nurses there. They were not professional whatsoever, not timely. They did not like their job at all. And the fact that I know that should tell y'all just how, unprofessional that is. Why would your patient need to know that you don't like your job here? Just stuff like that. So hopefully they got rid of that old crew and they have some new nurses. That would definitely make me reconsider. But yeah, that's kind of it. Do I have an ideal ethnicity? I do, but I won't say it out loud, just because they're even harder to find than freaking black sperm donors. And I might actually have to look into some international databases that y'all have recommended for donors and some other sites to see if I can find any that match what I'm looking for. But that's kind of it. I don't have a lot of preferences outside of that. Ethnically, I don't have a lot of preferences. I will say one comment that I did get that was so kind of it took me for a loop. I get some wild comments out here, and this one took me for a loop. I was like, what? Somebody said, it was on my previous video talking about my sperm donor. They said, don't do it, basically. It said, why? Don't water down your royal bloodline you have. First off, kind of racist. Not gonna front. It's kind of racist. I can't mix with other ethnicities. And how do you know that I'm from a specific royal bloodline? And Also, I know I probably haven't necessarily talked about this in a while, but I know I'm black. I'm proud to be black. But I'm also mixed. People don't really know that when they look at me. But honey, I'm black, and being mixed doesn't make me any less black. Okay, and people that try to take away your black card, or your ability to relate to a specific ethnic group because of being mixed origin, it's just real small minded to me, and I just don't entertain it. So, yeah, that was funny. I was like, ooh, they're going to be so disappointed when they find out I'm mixed. So my baby's bloodline going to be watered down either way. So, yeah, that was kind of funny. I did delete that comment, so you're not going to be able to find it. What other questions did I get? Oh, what am I doing differently this cycle? So I am gearing up for cycle 3, and I'm actually doing it a lot sooner than cycle 2. So I don't know. We'll see if by the time this video's up, if I've done my cycle 3 or not. I'm not quite sure which week this video will go live. But I will say that I am trying some different things. Y'all did recommend some stuff, and thankfully I've had some friends that recommended different herbs and stuff. So before I was trying all these different herbs, like there's like a yoni tea that you're supposed to digest instead of, y'all know what yanis do, the little steams down below. So there's that tea that I tried, the stork fertility tea that I tried, and they were decent, but I still miscarried, so something wasn't working. And I know that I can get progesterone over the counter if I order it from certain places. It's not the same as what you would get with a prescription, but it is something, so I am looking into that. I'm also looking into Pre-Mama, and I'm actually already taking the Pre-Mama. I'll let y'all know how that goes and how I'm feeling with that. But basically, Pre-Mama has, I want to say it has omega-3s in it, but I know for sure it has folic acid and myoinositol. I'm not pronouncing it right, but I highly recommend it. From the reviews that I've seen, women with polycystic ovarian syndrome have gotten their cycles with it, so they are definitely ovulating with it. You want to take that for at least 6 months, and they're seeing, ovulation happening more regularly with PCOS women. And from that study, I want to say they said 11%. It was a very small group of women that they were studying. I want to say like 11% of them ended up getting pregnant, and the ones that got pregnant stayed pregnant. So that is a huge thing. It didn't say whether or not the other 89% of women were actively trying to conceive once they did ovulate, so I'm not quite sure too much on that. And if I can remember the site where I got the data, I will definitely link it down below. But yeah, I just checked out Pre-Mama's website, and also looked up the different ingredients that are in it, which is only 2 or 3 ingredients, to see how they really affect our fertility, to see if it's even worth it, is it going to make a change and whatnot. And so I definitely decided it's best to just try it. It is on the pricier side, but compared to everything that we're paying for, if this means I don't have to spend another $1,000 for a sperm vial, child, I will take it. I will pay the $28, $36, whatever dollars it costs for the medication to try it out. So I'm definitely trying that. For women with endometriosis, it is said to help us as well. But the results are pretty vague. They're basically the results that happen with PCOS patients. And I haven't really found too many people going into details in the review on how it helped them. I just know that, they have their rainbow babies. So I figured, why not give it a try? I have endometriosis. So at this point, I'm like, what could it hurt? So that is what I'm doing right now. I'm also taking vitamin B to help. I'm told that it helps with progesterone as well as vitamin D because most women have a vitamin D deficiency. So those are just a couple things that I'm bringing into my body to get ready for cycle 3, and prayerfully we will have a baby and things will stick this time. So yeah, I know this video is getting kind of long, so what I'll do is just kind of cut it off right here. If y'all like this video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. Put a comment down below any questions that you have or any advice that you have for, either myself or anyone in the community that's trying to conceive. What did you do? What helped for you? I know a lot of y'all have already put some advice in my previous video, so I will be making a video on that, breaking down what y'all said, how it helps us, organizing it so that we'll all be able to reference that video should we need to, and I'll be able to get that information because I know not everybody knows to go to the comment sections of this specific video that doesn't necessarily talk about it. So I will be doing that. If you have anything that you would like me to add to that video, please put it in the comment box down below. I'd like to get that to y'all within the next couple of weeks. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all next week.